the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Utah's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south.
Going up top. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
They'll run it from the gun, and they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't...
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Touchdown, Volunteers! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Tennessee 14, Utah 7.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gonna run it. It's Woods. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lyons. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wilson will throw. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Pocket starts to collapse. Get it out on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Between the uprights, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Wart's ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one.
Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Lewis. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
The Vols have this offense rolling. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence.
He's going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Vols will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense trying to pay it off on... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense wasn't fooled by that play. Offense trying to go with the jet sweep. But you see on the end of the line of scrimmage, the defense expecting it, and they actually get up the field, not allowing that ball carrier anywhere to go.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Stanley. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the returner will be dragged down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Leaves it with the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Got it, looking for a first. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
How about the play call there, guys? 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wilson to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch, called for and made. 1st down for this offense. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. And the Utes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively by maybe...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To throw, it's Iamaleava. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
On 3rd down, going up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Webb. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Lewis. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lewis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lewis. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. When I can throw it to them, I I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Grabs it in the middle. They're able to keep him out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Oregon. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Woods. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how the rest of the way.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Running back goes in motion. Wilson will throw. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. Caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Movement here from the tight end. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Utes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get... What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. Area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense, right?
Sends it downfield. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Vols decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Utes want to move quickly.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes his connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to throw it again. They're trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Lewis. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Dumps it off in the flats. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
It's 2nd down.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.